Girl, she nearly scared me to death. She was 6'9", without her big shoes. Looked like bolts in her neck and a beehive too. She's a lady for the right to side. Too late to run, she took me by the hand. She said, "Oh, right this way, my sexy little man." Oh, keys out of a strange leather purse. Then she pushed me in the back of her big black hearse. She's a lady for the right to side. In the high-speed lane, she said, "I don't go for looks, just if they have brains." We stopped and drank wine in a dark graveyard. Then she jumped on top of me. It was no holds barred. She's a lady for the right to side. Up my shirt and my pants too. She said, "Come here now, I'm a guy like you." She's a lady for the right to side. She's a lady for the right to side. She's a lady for the right to side.
Welcome back, my night outers. You're listening to My Night Out Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio. That was Tony Jones and the Cretin 3.
I love that band.
I can't imagine where I was introduced to this band. But the name of the song was Lady Frankenstein. Before that, we had the Frenzy of Tongs, Doctor Who. Yeah, that was it. Well, off the air, we were able to start talking about one of my favorite subjects because I'm just over the top, borderline on, like, here's your sign, retarded, excited about Comic-Con.
Yes.
Comic-Con and the conventions.
Yes.
So excited.
Now, I'm not going to mention the name of the other show, but on Tony Jones' show, you were talking you were talking about the artists that will pick up their phone, hide, and just bring out the negative energy, and you don't do that.
No. Mm-hmm. I mean, I go there. I have a good time. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I've always lived by this idea that if you put out the good energy.
Yep.
Like I'm a big believer in the universe. I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a believer that if you put out this great amount of positive energy, it will come back to you.
Yep.
Well, that's what you're there for, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
You know, I mean, no one wants to deal with a miserable SOB behind a book
or
behind a table.
No, no, it's true, and nobody wants just a hard sell.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've noticed other people like. Someone will come up to your table and they'll just be like, this is this. It's like you're not engaging them at all. You're just trying to sell them something. And it's like, we're trying to sell them stuff, but at the same time, we want to engage them.
There's
we
an
want
art
to talk
to that.
to them.
Yeah. Literally, we've gotten into conversation about the
art
etiquette.
of the sale?
Yeah, the art of the sale. There is an art.
Yeah.
I love that. The way your eye flew, it's like, oh, yeah.
Well,
it's true.
One of the things that you may not know about me, and there's a lot of things you don't know about me, because we just met about an hour and a half ago. I've had about 102 jobs.
Awesome.
I've had some of the most messed up jobs in the most messed up areas. I mean, I delivered pizza in South Providence, over by like the projects.
Yeah.
But one of my other jobs was door-to-door magazine sales.
Wow.
Good Lord.
That'll do it. That will do it right there.
I have nightmares, and I can still recite the 400-word introduction that you're supposed to give to people because I said it about 120 times a day.
Oh my gosh.
But I learned if I had a positive energy, just like you do at Comic-Con, if you're positive and you're like, hi, everybody, instead of, hi, would you like to? People are going to respond to you much better.
Of course.
So that's just me. Okay. How about you? I mean, how do you even prepare? I mean, how do you prepare for Comic-Con, or how do you prepare for any of your conventions? Do you, like, get all caffeinated and rehearse, or are you just let it flow?
I mean, at this point, you know, Frankie had done more cons than I had.
Yeah.
Before I went to my first one, so he was. I watched him a lot. The first one I ever went to, where you had a table, I didn't. I watched you, how you engaged with people, and you know, because again, I just started publishing my novels a year ago, so this is still pretty new. But in the year, I've learned that, you know, saying hello and smiling at people, very simple. But I mean, definitely like the night before a show, like we'll pack up whatever, but it's mellow. You know, we save all that energy for the weekend or the day or whatever the show is. But preparation wise, I don't practice in the mirror or anything. I just go in there just, you know, thinking I'm going to sell some, like American Beauty, you know, I will sell this house today. I'm going to sell some books today. And it's just, you know, and even if I don't, it's still fun because I get to talk to people.
I say hello to people all the time, even on the street.
Yeah,
people know us down in was it Patuxent
Village.
Patuxent Village. They know me.
Yeah.
Like I say hello to cops, everything. That's just, I don't know. I've always been like that. Even when I lived in Boston, you know, I just said hello, and I didn't care if a person didn't respond back. I said I did my part, and I'm good with that.
Well, that's also in my era. I say hello to a lot of people too, but I tend to freak people out because I'm in clown.
Clowns are scary.
Now they are. They play on a lot of different emotions, which I've been able to bring out of people. And you know Steve from Comic-Con.
Yes.
Tony and I had a meeting with him 2 years ago, I think it was.
All right.
We were trying to do an after party.
Sure.
Which went okay.
All right.
But at the meeting, I would not let Steve know who I actually was. He learned my real name. I didn't tell him, by the way, I'm this clown.
Okay, that's awesome.
So at the end of the meeting, I said, hey, by the way, you probably remember me as, and I showed him a picture of myself.
Yes.
Done up as the clown. And he goes, holy crap, I know who you are.
Wow.
I currently hold, and Steve informed me of this, the record unofficially, making 3 people wet themselves in one day.
Oh my God.
This is scary, man.
Yeah.
And I know the day very well because one of them actually fell on the ground in front of me. I had to go to the bathroom. You know, clowns are real people too.
Yeah, sure.
You're drinking a lot of coffee. Eventually, the coffee has got to leave.
Sure.
So pressure's on, and I'm trucking because if you remember, the bathroom was all the way in the corner in the first year.
Yep.
So I'm on the other side. I'm hustling down that back alleyway or that back aisle.
Yeah.
And this girl kept looking over her shoulder saying, holy crap, this clown is after me.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, honey, get out the way or I'm going to walk over you.
You triggered her.
Right in front of the bathroom. She literally fell to the ground, arms up in the air, as if I was going to attack her. I stepped right over, went to the bathroom.
Wow. Oh, my God. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, clowns are scary.
There's a new clown movie, I think, coming
I don't
out.
like clowns.
Yeah, I know. I get freaked out by clowns either.
Well, Poltergeist, the movie from when I was a kid.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. I'll
scared
give you
the
that.
bejesus out of me.
Don't use the word it.
Pennywise. Tim Curry is Pennywise.
Yes.
Give me a break.
Yeah, I understand that. But you also have to understand, if you read the book, what did the clown represent? A pedophile.
Yes.
You can't really depict, well, this is what a pedophile looks like. So let's put up a picture of something that evokes a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
What is more emotion triggering than a scary clown?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was the stupid clown in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
I can't watch Poltergeist to this day. I just can't. And it's getting to be nighttime. I can't even talk about it.
That's like your Exorcist. Like I can't watch Exorcist.
Yeah. It's funny what movies trigger
Catholic
you.
school, man. Ruined it.
12 years.
I can't watch it. I read the book too. I tried to conquer my fear of The Exorcist. I read the book, which was
silly.
Made no sense whatsoever. I don't know why I did that.
So you will love it in the next month or two, or getting close to October, when I start talking to my friends who do the paranormal. You're definitely.
I've
gonna,
known some paranormal people. Yes.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to tune in for those.
I've always had the question though. It's so rare, and I don't know. I just think it's so rare that you rarely see. You don't see that many black people as paranormals, like investigators.
Because they're smart.
Yes, yes. We know we don't mess with dead folks.
I'm gonna
go to a graveyard, man.
I'm gonna bring up that Wayback Machine.
Oh.
Eddie Murphy had a skit where they were walking into a haunted house.
Yep.
The house goes, "Get out!"
Yeah.
Oh, lovely house.
I
Too
remember
bad
that.
we can't stay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just smart.
You know, it's one of those another emotion evoking things. You know, the paranormal. Is it real? Is it not real? I believe it is real.
I'm not testing it.
I'm right there with you.
I'm not testing it.
The smartest man in the room.
Yes.
I start seeing stuff flying around, man. I'm surviving this movie.
Yeah.
That black dude survived. Oh, progress.
So, if you're going to give any advice at all to anybody going to a con as a vendor,
yes,
or as an artist, what would you tell them?
I would say, I say go in there with a positive attitude. Don't have expectations. First of all, I think that's one of the things. I sort of empty any sense of expectation. I mean, just go there. You don't know how the day's going to turn out.
Yeah.
You know, you've put your money, you've invested. It's just like the stock market or anything else. You've invested in this. You don't know how it's going to turn out. So you can't go in there like getting huff and puffing if you're not making money all day. The only thing you can do is since you've invested in this, you got to come with your A game.
Yeah.
So possibly to make your chances a lot better, you know. So that's how I look at it.
You want to attract attention to yourself and keep a really positive attitude.
Always be positive.
Yeah. Anything you would add to that, Jael?
You know, I mean, have a good table. Have it be colorful and eye-catching.
Yes,
you know, I think that's the thing about, I mean, Frankie will have his prints out, but then my book covers, he's done 2 of them, are super colorful, and people stop. I also have a little basket that has free little, like, magic.
Free candy?
No. Everybody does free candy. I do free magical goodie bags, so they have little fun stuff in them.
Magic.
And people love free stuff, and I gave out hundreds of them.
Yeah. Free is my favorite color.
Yeah, but it gets people over. You talk to them. They put on my email list or whatever, and, you know, at least then they get...
You have to look at it from my point of view. What is better than a evil clown with a big bowl of candy saying, "Would you like a piece of candy?"
It's true. It's true. That's perfect.
I spin that all day long.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's, you know, and you got to go with what works. But have a good table. Don't put out one thing that has no color that, you know, I mean,
and feel good about your work.
Yeah, be
that's
proud
another
of yourself.
thing too. Like I learned that in our school, like because we had to do presentations and stuff, and they said regardless, even if something you in your mind you look at it and you go, "That sucks," don't tell people it sucks.
Right.
You got to be like, this is good. This is whatever. And inside yourself, use the inner voice and be like, "I'll do better next time."
Right.
But and the point is, you actually should be bringing your best stuff.
It's a stepping stone.
You know, stepping stone. But again, you got to feel like your confidence. You got to come with some confidence, not arrogance, but confidence, and be like, "Yeah, I'm here at this show. I've invested in it, in the hotel, all this stuff." And I'm going to have a great time. Yeah. And there you go. Now
you broached something that I want to talk about after we come back from the break, the arrogance.
Yes.
The sense of entitlement. We'll hold on to that. Why don't we take a break? We're going to leave with the Ballroom Thieves. Name of the song is Vampires. You're listening to My Night Out Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio. We'll be back in a minute. I always remind myself.
The day I met you, I felt something in the air. Sudden change left its traces everywhere. I was lost out on the road. I was weary-eyed and broken on my own. Yeah, I was waiting on the sun or some other god to guide me home. I told my heart to stand aside and let you in. Gave you the key and let you creep under my skin. We were saints and angels too. Oh, darling, have you got some eyes on you? Oh, and do you know your moves? You couldn't have wrong if you had tried